daily routine, but y'all knew that. Oh my God. Oh my God. There we go. What you doing? Oh my God. Where you at? What you doing? Oh my God.
And we welcome you live to the MSG of the Triad. We are here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex for this afternoon showdown between the High Point University Panthers, as always, taking on the visiting Elon University Phoenix. I'm Graham Tuck, joined by Danny Shay this afternoon for what should be a pretty competitive contest. The High Point Panthers come in at 4-3-0-1 off of a big win against the University of Maryland on October 30th. And Elon, they come in with a record of 1-5-1-1, looking to get their season going after a slow start. And Danny, High Point came off of a tie two Saturdays ago. 3-3 tie against the University of Maryland. They came out strong on Sunday, and they thrashed Maryland 10-2 win, and there were a bunch of Panthers that came up big. Talk to me about what you want to see from High Point coming into today to keep that momentum rolling.
Well, I want to see them continue that hot play we saw in that Maryland series. All players were clicking. We saw multiple different players on the score sheet. We saw great forechecking, great defending, good goaltending as well, only allowing 5 goals over the 2 games. So looking to continue the momentum, looking to see another if the Panthers can get it done here today.
We'll be looking at a couple of big players, and the first one we're going to take a look at is Nick Sasso, who was just recently on Wednesday named the CHF's ACCHL Player of the Month for September and October. He has been stellar for the Panthers to start the season.
Absolutely. He didn't look his usual self against Maryland on Saturday, but bounced back in a big way on Sunday, tallying 2 goals and 2 assists as well to increase his season point total to 17. That is first on the team. 12 goals, 5 assists for 17 points. Nick Sasso, obviously a key factor to the success of this team. He's going to look to continue his hot play here today against Elon.
Another guy that's been hot as of late is number 18, a senior, Ryan Henry. He had a massive game in that last tilt against Maryland. He was a healthy scratch on the Saturday contest, but then on Sunday he comes out and absolutely dominates. 6 points, 1 goal, 5 assists, and he was a massive leader for the Panthers in that win.
Absolutely. Ryan Henry, an absolute fantastic game against Maryland, like you just mentioned. He's got 12 points on the season. A key player to this team, obviously, as a senior, a leader in the locker room as well as on the ice. Big factor to this team.
We talked about that last game against Maryland, and as we look to today, that game against Maryland, the top line was a new line combination. It was Garrett Escala, Hunter Arsenault, and Logan Kennedy, and they thrived together. 7 combined points in the win, and they're going to be starting the game again today.
Hunter Arsenault, Garrett Escala, 2 big players in that 10-2 win. I was talking to Garrett Escala, the other day, and he said he's really finding his shot. The puck's going exactly where he's looking to put it. He's clicking on all cylinders. Hunter Arsenault, like you mentioned, a big day as well. That's why they're the top line today. When you play well, you earn it.
Absolutely you do, and as we look at the starters summary, Hunter Arsenault has started 5 of the 8 games so far for High Point. Garrett Escala, 7 of the 8. So he'll be centering Hunter Arsenault and Logan Kennedy this afternoon. Ian Temkin in the pipes for the Panthers. We'll get you the starting defense pairing when we come back, but it's the first period of action from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex coming up after this. And we are back here for the first period of action at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. As mentioned, the starting line for High Point: Logan Kennedy, Garrett Escala, Hunter Arsenault. The defense pairing: Sean Egan and team newcomer Andrew Welch. At right defense, Ian Temkin between the pipes. And we're underway here in Winston. High Point wins the draw and gets it deep. And they'll look to cycle to start things out. Scrum for the puck behind the net. It's kept in at the blue line by Welch. Big slap shot. That's what he brings to this team. He's got a rocket out there at the blue line. That one's tipped on goal. Rebound still loose. Welch gets it back. 2 quick shots on goal for High Point. Down to Escala, down low. Egan a tip, they score! Hunter Arsenault on the deflection starts the scoring early for High Point, and it's 1-0.
And they're continuing the hot play. 10-2 against Maryland their last time out. What do? Not even a minute into this game, it's already 1-0 High Point. Fantastic play from the hottest line on this team.
Hunter Arsenault with the goal, continuing his hot play since being named one of the alternate captains, assisted by Sean Egan, who's had a slow start to the season in terms of points, but you see what he can do right there. Strong play at the blue line, and the Panthers are on the board in the first minute.
And that's what happens when you throw pucks on net, too. You never know what's going to happen. Not the hardest shot of all time, but you never know how it's going to get through, and the goaltender never even saw it.
That one's picked up in the slot by a Phoenix, and they'll clear the zone. Will High Point. In the defensive end, Elon takes it back. That one's sent around the boards for Ryan Howard. Yes, he wears number 6, but no, he doesn't play for the Phillies. On the other side of the boards, it's taken by Elon, but it's turned over. Morgan Berg gets it to Sean McDonald. Throws a bad pass and now taken at center ice. Nice little toe drag to get by Calkins. And Brett Pritchard's into the zone. Pritchard loses it. Into the corner it'll go. McDonald putting in yeoman's work, but then Berg turns it over. Bird with a nice stick check takes it back away, and it's sent down low by the Phoenix. Centering pass, there's a chance, and it's rocketed wide by Russell Erb. First time he touches the puck today. McDonald gets it out of the zone.
If you're High Point, you got to be careful of throwing pucks into the middle of the ice like that. A sloppy turnover leads to a good scoring chance for the Phoenix.
Absolutely. On the far side, here's Max Sherman down for Macheska. Far side, Sherman gets it back from Matchy. Sherman still dangling. He sends it back down low. 1-0 High Point here in the early going. Sherman with a good stick to keep it in the zone. Joyce couldn't get it settled though. Arm is up for icing, but winning the race are the Phoenix and Nick Grande. That one's on goal. Here's Ripley. He takes a shot. And the Phoenix will turn it over. Ripley in his own end.
Graham, something to watch here today. There were some ice issues before the game, looking to see if that could possibly have a factor on either of these two teams
Ripley
today.
dangles, leaves it for Joyce, and his shot just wide of the near post.
Nice save.
That's
by
a good
Temkin.
save from Temkin.
Good positioning to block off that lower half of the net.
Padgett bodies a man off along the boards. Good job to seal his attacking Phoenix player off. Ripley, a nice little backhand pass to Sexton, who gets it to Joyce, who gets it out of the zone, but he'll lose control, and now the Phoenix will take it. Ronholm had it, gets it into the zone. Ripley shovels it down low. Here's Padgett off the end boards. Padgett takes a hit. And now Ripley slides it up for Hussey. Tried to center it for Sexton, but it slapped back in at the blue line. No danger, though. Olsen, far boards. He'll center it for Hussey. This is a 2-on-1. He has Sexton. Hussey carries all the way in. Hussey takes a shot. It's blocked. Hussey will get it back behind the goal. Hussey wrap chance. And it's loose, and it'll come free on the near side. Olsen couldn't poke it home. This one's centered back up. Hussey. Now Sexton. Dakota Sexton on the backhand. Can't get a lot on that. The netminder, Michael Highland, doesn't have his stick for Elon. This is a penalty coming up against Dakota Sexton. And High Point will touch up, and they'll be shorthanded.
Jack Olsen, typically a defenseman, getting a few reps these last couple games as a forward, having some scoring chances, especially in that Maryland series. Look for Jack Olsen possibly to get on the score sheet today, and it looks like he's going to the box.
I thought I had saw that Hussey was the one that threw that hit, but instead it's Olsen going to the box. So we'll get a look at the Panther penalty kill for the first time today. The good news, they already have a lead. 16-16 on the clock. And High Point's penalty killers will be Escala, Arsenault, Welch, and Egan. The starting lineup minus Logan Kennedy as Temkin sticks that one into the netting. It's 2 minutes to Olsen for boarding officially.
Andrew Welch here on the penalty kill. A new addition to this team, being put into a big-time pressure situation here in one of his first starts as a Panther.
He's already +1 on the season to get things started. I asked Garrett Escala before the game today when we were on the bus. I was like, what's the deal with this Welch kid? I've never heard about him. This is his first game. Not every day do you see a player come in and play their first game, 9 games into the season. And I go to him and see, what does this guy play like? What's his playing style? He goes, he's fast. He's got a rocket of a slap shot, really hard shot, and just crazy talent. He's like Charlie McAvoy.
A little bit of a delay here on the face-off due to a clock issue. There was 9 minutes and 50 seconds of penalty killing for the Panthers until they switched it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound about right.
No. Olsen probably had a little mini heart attack in the box when he saw that he would have been in there for 9 minutes.
Short-handed, here comes Hunter Arsenault into the zone. Nice little chip around the captain for the Phoenix. But he'll lose the puck. Elon possesses in their own end, looking to break out on the power play. High Point already up 1-0. Stretch pass, catches his man in stride. Welch on the back check. Good job there to throw the hit, but Elon still possesses. Getting by Welch. Egan throws a hit. That's a centering pass broken up by Welch, and now Escala has a 2-on-1 with Arsenault. They've got some speed. Arsenault, he gets in on the side. Arsenault shot, and a save made by Highland. He'll hold on for the save.
2 early chances on the penalty kill for the Panthers. Penalty killing, one of the strong points of this team so far through the season.
Absolutely. It's taken a little bit of a hit in the last couple of games, though, Danny. 2 power play goals in a game allowed for the first time this season as Sasso, the reigning ACCHL Player of the Month, had it but lost it on the far boards.
Penalty kill early in the season was very well, like you mentioned, a little bit of a drop off the past few games, but nothing too concerning for this Panther team.
But something to make note of is that after that Maryland game, High Point started having Thursday night practices in addition to their 2 morning practices of the week. So this is their first game played since they've had 3 practices per week, which is a big boost to this team. The more time they can spend together on the ice and off the ice, the better they'll play. McDonald takes it away in the near side, but now it's turned over. Elon sends it to the circles, but a good poke check from Sasso, and now he's free. He's got a 1-on-1. The big rig coming with some speed. He makes a move, dangles through one defenseman, but it's sent to the corner. Sasso lost it. Good job to just take some time off of this penalty, though. One last chance for the Phoenix with 10 seconds left on the man advantage before Olsen's released from the box. Here they come. Centering pass broken up by Olsen. The clock a little bit delayed, but we're back to 5-on-5 here. Possession battled for at the center ice logo, and Elon will just dump it in once they gain the red. Here comes Hunter Arsenault. He slaps a pass off the corner boards, and now McDonald. To Escala, now Kennedy off the boards. Logan Kennedy, smart play. Kennedy tried the saucer pass to get to Escala, but he couldn't do so. D-lines shift. Pageant and Ripley onto the ice now for High Point. High Point normally dresses 70. They've only got 6 today. There's a deflection from Arsenault. He was looking for his second goal of the first period. He dodges a hit, though, as it went over the crossbar.
Continuing to throw pucks at the net. That's what you got to do. It's how they got the first one. They're looking to replicate for a second one. And there's another one just sneaking past the Elon goaltender.
Kennedy to Escala, looking for a tip from Arsenault again. That is clearly the game plan for High Point in the early going as Arsenault throws a crushing blow. Now Elon into the zone, and Pageant a good play to break it up. Temkin will cover it and will hold on for a face-off. 13:02 left to go in the first, still 1-0 Panthers.
Good cover by Ian Temkin. The numbers may not show what Ian Temkin has brought to this team this year. 1-3-1 coming into today with a .908 save percentage. Me and you were talking before the game, Grant. That does not describe the type of season that Ian Temkin has had. He's played absolutely outstanding for the Panthers.
The last 2 games he's played were against UNC Wilmington on the 22nd of October, and the first game, the tie, against the University of Maryland on October 29th. He saved 37 shots in both of those games. The same number of saves in both, and that just shows as Max Sherman's stick breaks on the block. Good job by the forward to block that shot. It just shows that he has faced a barrage of shots in the last couple of games. He could very easily be 4-0-1 right now.
Well, that was something, if you remember from a few months ago, that North Carolina game, Ian Temkin just had shot after shot after shot thrown at him. It was a loss, but he played extremely well. So like I mentioned, the numbers not showing the complete story for Ian Temkin this season.
As you were saying that, Ryan Henry took a shot from a sharp angle. High Point likes to play against goaltenders like Highland, who have that stand-up style, as we're offside here. They saw on that first goal, Arsenault had the tip, it went low, and Highland never had a chance because of the style of play that he has. And ever since they saw that in the early going, they were lucky and fortunate to see that development early in the game, because now their game plan is clearly get shots on goal. You can beat this guy low, see what happens.
It's just a barrage of shots. You never know who it's going to hit or how it might get to the net. But if you get it there, good things can happen, and that's exactly what happened on that first goal.
Absolutely. Tyler Calkins on the near side board. Good play to depossess. That was Graham Kreplin for the Phoenix, and McDonald slaps it into the attacking zone, but Ryan Henry deflects that breakout attempt. Here's Calkins. Sasso, a shot gets blocked. Calkins picks it back up on the backhand, down low for Henry. Henry cuts to center ice, lost control. Kreplin on the forecheck. Henry able to get it to McDonald. Penalty coming up against Elon here. Ian Temkin to the bench. Morgan Bird didn't understand, but now Sasso had it. Can the Phoenix touch up? No, they say no possession. 6-on-5 for the Panthers.
Elon doesn't like the call. They thought they touched it.
McDonald near side. And finally, Elon will touch up. Panthers are going to have their first power play of the afternoon. It's going to be Kreplin in the box for a hook or a slash. I couldn't tell which one, but it was on that forecheck when Ryan Henry had the puck in his own zone. Escala, Sasso, Arsenault, Henry, and Bird on the power play. They have been killing it lately. Bird to Escala. Escala's shot and a save. It goes up in the air. It's batted out of the slot, and that's a hand pass against Elon, but they'll happily take it.
High Point bringing out the heavy hitters here recently for this power play. They want to make this 2-0 here early.
Only 12 seconds off the clock on the power play here. Face-off won by the Panthers. Here's Sasso. Gets it up high for Bird, now Henry. Henry to Escala. Back to Henry, now Bird. They'll play catch. Up high for Henry, and a strong forecheck from Elon will push the puck out of the zone. Smart play that time by the Phoenix. That's Jack Permody. Hunter Arsenault can't get past the red line. Panthers' top power play line having some problems here. Here's Arsenault, near side to Escala into the zone. At the hash marks, now the dot. He'll cut down low. Off the end boards for Sasso. Bird, Sasso. For Arsenault, the pass was off the mark. He had the 1-T set up, but couldn't get a stick on it. And now Temkin will put it aside for Henry. Just past the halfway point here in the first period, it is 1-0 Panthers.
Little collision there right next to Ian Temkin. Elon was looking for a penalty on that, but
here comes Morgan Bird all the way in. Sorry to cut you off there, Danny, but Egan's shot save made by Highland. And it'll be cleared down by the Phoenix. Nobody there on the weak side to get that rebound. Drew Welch back in his own end. 2 defensemen on the ice now for the Panther power play. But Welch showing his speed. He doesn't play like a defenseman. Welch cutting around the net on the near side. He'll send it to Calkins. Back to Welch. Welch fires a shot and it's blockered over the crossbar by Highland. I don't think he even saw that.
Andrew Welch, a lot of responsibility in his first game here as a Panther on the penalty kill and now on the power play.
Stick taps as now out of the box is Kreplin. Here comes Tyler Calkins. Wanted to drop it for McDonald, but instead he'll take it himself, gets it into the zone. Bad breakout attempt by the Phoenix as McDonald sent one down low, looking for Kennedy. Here's Welch. Tried to catch Kennedy on the far boards, but it's rimmed out again by the Phoenix. Egan, can he keep it in? Yes, sent down low. McDonald in there as well. There are 3 D-men on the ice right now for High Point. Welch, Egan, and McDonald. But all 3 of them very offensive-minded defensemen. Welch, nice little move to get around Kreplin. He's got to be careful. He's already got 1 penalty here on the forecheck like that. McDonald off the inboards to Welch. Collision at the center ice, and Calkins is down holding his head. Here's Sexton on the backhand. There's a shot and a save made. Henry on the wrap chance, another save made. Puck still free. Calkins is going to get up and head to the bench. That puck goes wide off the stick of Sexton. Hussey onto the ice for Calkins. Here's Ryan Henry. He'll cut around his man. Centering pass. It finds its way to Ripley, who shot scores! Walker Ripley, his second of the year.
Another low shot, this time by Walker Ripley, the freshman defenseman. It's his second goal of the year, like you mentioned, up to 6 points now on the season, but another low shot.
The shot beats Highland down low, and we're now at a 2-1 High Point here in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex as Walker Ripley fires that one 5-hole off the feed from Ryan Henry. Face-off ensuing at center ice. Something to note, the scoreboard here in-house says 3-0 High Point. That is not accurate. We'll see if they fix that in a second. Pageant has the takeaway in the defensive zone. He'll get it around the boards for Ripley, the most recent goal scorer. Kennedy on the backhand, up to Escala. 2-on-1 has Arsenault. Escala, his shot, and a save made.
This Panther offense is just absolutely firing on all cylinders today. Continuing that momentum from the last time out against Maryland, like we mentioned, would be a key if they wanted to bring home this game today.
Here's a 3-on-2 potentially for Elon. Centering pass broken up by Kennedy. Strong play. Pageant on the backhand, couldn't get it out of danger. Here's the Phoenix at the blue line. They'll fire a shot. Pad save Temkin, and an easy one. 6:45 left to go here in the first. 2-0 Panthers. Kennedy drops it. Escala on the backhand, dumps it in. Kennedy will get to it first. Kennedy, nice little move, dodges a man. But High Point was completing a line change and they can't keep it in the zone. No numbers for Elon, so they'll dump it in. Shots on goal here in the early going are just 13-2 in favor of High Point. The Elon offense struggling so far here as Sherman on the near boards. Tried to chip it to Macheska, but it's sent back into the zone by Elon. They'll hold the blue. McDonald takes it away.
That shot count, just a true testament of how well High Point has played so far up to this point, not just on the offensive side of the puck, but the defensive side as well.
Sean Joyce shovels it into the zone from the good side of the red, and they'll send it down low, will the Panthers, but taken away by the Phoenix and Clayton Cornums on the far board. We'll leave it for Kreplin, who rims it around. Bird kept it in, but Elon still with possession. Strong forecheck from the Panthers. Sherman takes it at center ice and sends it right back down. Racing with the puck, it's Cornums. All the way around. Near corner, it's Permity. Sherman finds Joyce. Gets it ahead to Sexton, who carries it into the zone. Sexton, backhand pass, good vision though. Nobody home. But now a turnover by the Phoenix. Hussey's shot and a blocker save. Cameron Sanderson, strong play. Sexton in the corner. His shot was blocked. Sexton gets away with a bit of a slash, but Sanderson keeps the puck. Sanderson takes a shot and it's blocked, but he'll get it back in the corner. Sexton takes a hit. Egan.
Scoreboard in-house, Graham, still says 3-0 to the Panthers.
The scoreboard on your screens is correct, though. It is 2-0 High Point. Hussey turned it over in the neutral zone. Welch with a good play, but the Elon Phoenix into the zone now, and they'll get by Egan all the way in. Nice play from Welch, but this is a penalty coming up, but it saved a breakaway attempt. This is a tripping call coming up against Drew Welch, and the Phoenix will have their second power play.
That's the definition of a smart penalty, Graham. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. You take that penalty 9 times out of 9.
I thought that might have been a shot, though, at first.
I definitely thought it could have been a P shot, but we'll take the power play. 2 minutes for tripping to Andrew Welch.
An eventful first period as in his debut as a Panther, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. He's already got a +1 rating. A penalty. He's filling in on the power play and the penalty kill. So that shows, that goes back to what I was talking about, Danny. Those 3 practices a week is huge. As Egan will dump it down, and this penalty kill gets off to a good start for High Point. Elon struggling to get it out of their own zone on the power play. Calkins, he's taken down, and we're gonna have a whistle here. Calkins lost his helmet, that's the reason. And Bird's gonna come in after the play and give a little shove to Nick Grande. We'll see if there are any penalties that come from this. I believe the play was just blown dead because Calkins lost his helmet, but we shall see. I didn't see an arm up.
That was a little bit of an aggressive takedown.
Seemed that way to me as well, but doesn't look like we're going to have any penalties coming here. Face-off is going to be on the offsides dot, just to the right of your screen. Neither penalty box door opening, so 1:32 left on the penalty kill for High Point here. 3:39 left in the first. And the official talking to Coach Starcher about where he wants the face-off, whether he wants it on the near side or the far side. Escala will take it on the near side, but the Phoenix win it. Into the zone, Brett Pritchard will just send it down low. Didn't have numbers, and Hunter Arsenault on the back end will rim it all the way out. Smart play from Arsenault.
Good reversal. Elon thought Arsenault was going to take it down the near side of your screen. Instead, he spun quickly, shot it around the far side where there was nobody home.
Well, and that's what happens when you know that a guy like Arsenault has the speed that he does. You just anticipate him being able to carry the puck, and then he quickly turns it around, fires it the other way, and you got to go back and chase. Bird will get that takeaway in the defensive zone and send it all the way out. Wholesale line change for the Panther penalty killers. It's now Calkins, Sasso, McDonald, and Ripley. Offense for Elon looking lifeless so far here in the first. They'll get in. Far corner, 30 seconds left on the penalty to Welch. Nice saucer pass, can't be collected cleanly though. And a big hit from Calkins. Fanning on the clearance attempt is McDonald. He'll get back in a nice stick lift, but a loose puck taken by the Phoenix. Sasso had a good stick on it. Calkins couldn't get to that loose puck either. Strong check from Calkins. It's set back to the blue line. A pass fired across. There's a shot and a save, Temkin. Calkins won't be able to clear this one all the way out, but out of the box is Welch. We're back to 5-on-5.
Here you go.
And now here's a 2-on-1 with Welch and Sasso. Welch on the back end. Sasso shot. Rebound. Welch couldn't poke it home. And Henry can't completely keep that puck in the zone, but it's played with a high stick. So if McDonald touches this first, it'll be a whistle, and he does. 1:48 left to go here, first period. And High Point will not be able to change as a result of that puck being played with a high stick. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Phoenix as well because of where he touched that puck. Ryan Henry set to take the faceoff. He's not typically a faceoff man, normally plays on the wing. But because of the group that High Point had on the ice when that puck was touched, McDonald out there with two other defenders because of the penalty expiring to Welch. So Henry takes the face-off, High Point wins it, but they can't get it out just yet. D-to-D pass from McDonald intended for Ripley, but instead Sasso gets to it first. Off the boards for Welch. Welch to Henry. Henry at the top of the circles, and it's tipped, but it won't find its way to the back of the net.
And you mentioned High Point having multiple defensemen on the ice. That's why you see Welch pinching in as far as he did right away right there.
Sasso lost it. High Point now does have three forwards on the ice. Joyce out there with Henry and Sasso. Bit of a line mix-up here as we get the first period underway. Henry cuts all the way in, past everybody. Henry dangles, but it's broken up finally by Cornums. And keeping it in the zone is Welch, but Sherman unintentionally carried it back out. Joyce touches up, Sherman gets it in. Puck taken away by Macheska. Now Egan will circle back on the backhand. Slap pass off the boards, gets down low. Under a minute to go here in the first now.
And if you're Elon, you got to go back to the locker room having a lot of questions as to how they can clean up their play from this period.
Sherman cuts in. There was a puck loose in the blue paint for a moment, but Sherman will poke it out up high. High Point's got to get back. Good positioning from both Egan and Padgett. Prevent a rush for Elon. Macheska, a good stick lift, but Elon repossesses at center ice. Sent into the High Point attacking zone with 10 ticks left in the period. This one's sent into the attacking zone by Elon, but Egan takes it away. Excuse me, that's Padgett. Got it to Ripley, who has a goal here, and that'll do it for the first. High Point dominates the first 20 minutes, and they'll go to the locker room up by 2. 2-0 Panthers. Goals courtesy of Walker Ripley and Hunter Arsenault. We'll be back here with the second period in just a moment. And we are back here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex for the second period of action. High Point carrying a 2-0 lead, courtesy of goals from Walker Ripley and Hunter Arsenault in the first, and High Point breaking out of the bench. It'll be the same top line, both forwards and defense, to start the second period, as did the first. It's Andrew Welch, Sean Egan, Garrett Escala, Logan Kennedy, Hunter Arsenault, and Temkin between the pipes. Elon only getting 3 shots on goal in that first period, and High Point just dominated them, Danny.
Graham, I really liked what I saw from Andrew Welch that period. In his first game as a Panther, already a +1 on the score sheet. He pinched in on the offensive end as well. Really liking what I'm seeing from him. I think that could be a key addition to this team.
He created a couple of high-danger chances for sure. Kennedy got it to Arsenault down low. Arsenault scored the first goal of the game just 25 seconds in. That pass was going to the slot for Arsenault, but it's broken up by a Phoenix. There's a dangerous pass that cut in front of the blue paint. Arsenault in on the forecheck, Kennedy as well. Elon struggled to get out of their own half of the ice all first period.
Really good forechecking from the Panthers last period, like you just mentioned. Elon struggling to get out of their own end. It's kind of the same story here so far early.
Here's a rebound chance for Arsenault after that first shot was saved by Highland.
More offensive pressure from Andrew Welch as well, throwing more pucks to the net.
This is a penalty coming up against Elon as they'll touch it. Logan Kennedy took a massive hit into the boards. It's going to be boarding against Elon, and that should be at least 5 minutes.
We'll see what the referees give them, as we finally got a fixed scoreboard here at the fairgrounds. Let's see what they throw on to the clock.
And that was the captain, Egan Callahan, for Elon.
It's only a 2-minute.
There's no way, man.
That is only a 2-minute.
But it is going to be a High Point power play, so let's see what they can do here. Morgan Bird up top. Down low for Henry, who looks for Sasso, and they can't tip it home.
High Point continuing to throw low shots to the net as well here early
Looking
in the
for
second
deflections
period.
a lot, too. Henry takes it in his own end, and he'll look to set up the power play. 20 seconds gone, and the man advantage for High Point. Strong forecheck, shorthanded, but Henry takes it back away. Henry, Escala, Arsenault, Bird, and Sasso. Bird lost it, but Elon was offside, so they couldn't touch the puck. Henry, Arsenault, Escala, tic-tac-toe, touch passing. Escala in on side. Escala cutting all the way in. Hesitates. Bird was looking for Escala, who had shifted focus, and now Bird on the near side from Sasso. Power play has been uninspiring thus far for High Point, but here's Bird from the dot. He'll take a shot. Rebound still loose. Can Henry keep the zone? Yes. Henry along the blue line for Bird, who drags, and now Henry gets it back. Henry fires a shot. It's tipped by Sasso. Rebound free. Arsenault scores! Second of the game for Hunter Arsenault, and it's 3-0 Panthers.
Just like the first period, scored not even 30 seconds, into the first period. Hunter Arsenault, another early goal. This time a little bit longer, but a minute and about 20 seconds, 15 seconds off the power play. Panthers are on the board again. Early 3-0 lead. This is big for this team. Their offensive train is rolling.
A big power play goal for High Point. 3-0 on the scoreboard. Shots on goal, 18-3 in favor of the Panthers. Elon's struggles this season continue. Their only win of the season came in this past weekend's ACCHL Fall Showcase, as this is another penalty coming up against Elon. And they don't quite yet have possession. Now they do. Temkin was trying to get to the bench. Couldn't do so, and now he'll stop at the blue line. He had slid all the way across. This is another penalty coming up against the Phoenix, and just as soon as one power play goal finds the twine, it's going to be a hooking call coming up against Jack Perdotti.
Well, Graham, Ian Temkin taking that little slide right there is like what I look like when I'm on the ice, which is why I'm up here and not on the ice playing.
New power play look for the Panthers. Haven't seen this unit yet. Egan, Calkins, and Hussey the forwards, with the defensemen Welch and McDonald.
Look for Andrew Welch on this power play to act like a fourth forward.
There he goes! Just as you were talking about it, Andrew Welch, his first goal as a Panther, 4-0.
Look at the excitement you saw in the hug right there from the Panthers. Andrew Welch in his first game, we were talking about it all game long. Pinching in on the power plays, throwing pucks on net. What a fantastic first 2 periods from Andrew Welch, and he gets rewarded on the goal sheet as well.
And he'll keep the puck as well. Hussey getting that puck out of the net and bringing it back to the bench. Goals only a couple of seconds apart for High Point. 17-16 left in the second. Sherman tips it, and it gets into the zone momentarily. Welch on the back check, no icing. Throws a hit, puck was loose at the feet of a couple of skaters. This one finds its way to the slot, but it's broken up. Macheska had his stick held on to for a moment by Pritchard.
Another Elon penalty.
They can't stay out of the box here. Elon will touch up now. And Macheska throws an extra little shot. Pritchard did as well. So Pritchard.
Macheska's going to go to the box.
Macheska costs his team a power play after 2 quick power play goals back to back. So this will likely be 4-on-4 here, as those penalties were not coincidental unless Pritchard gets 2 extra.
The High Point offense, this offense has been absolutely clicking on all cylinders the past 2 games. They put up 10 in that game against Maryland. They already have 4 with essentially more than a half of a game to go, well over a half a game to go. It's going to be 2 minutes for both of them, so it is going to be 4-on-4 here. This High Point offense doesn't look like it can be stopped right now.
Absolutely not, especially not by this Elon team, who just seems a step slow.
And especially if you can get a guy like Welch coming in now as another offensive defenseman, that's just another threat that the Panthers didn't have just a week ago that they have now.
Well, the Elon Phoenix and the High Point Panthers met once last season. It was on October 22nd, as there's a centering pass for the Phoenix that gets broken up. It was on October 22nd, and High Point came away with a 5-2 win, as Sasso couldn't chip it out of the zone. High Point, again, 5-2 in that victory against Elon last season, already up 4-0 here.
I think there's a chance High Point could eclipse that 5-goal mark that they had against this Elon team last year, don't you think?
I'd say there's definitely a chance, I'll put it that way. Sasso gets a deflection on that puck, so no icing. Turned over at center ice. Bird lost it. Unable to get it back as well. Into the zone. Here come the Phoenix. Nice little drag, a move. Shot never got on goal. Puck in the far side corner.
See, now if you're Elon on that play, down 4 goals here with 15:28 to go in the second, you just got to get pucks on net. None of the fancy stuff like that. Not on net, but just throwing shots at Temkin. That's going to be the only way they even have a chance of clawing back into this game.
Absolutely. Here's another move for the Phoenix. That shot went off the outside of the netting. Sent back down low. Sasso inadvertently took down his own man, McDonald. Sasso lost it. McDonald back into his position on defense. Elon dominating the 4-on-4 period so far, which has 14 seconds left. At the blue line, Elon nearly lost it. They'll keep it in the zone. Good job by Aiden Connolly for the Phoenix. On the opposite side, Sasso gets a tip on it. He's been on the ice for a while. He'll get off for a line change. Doors open, Macheska and Pritchard both out of the box. There's a shot, save Temkin, rebound, Temkin, save again.
Truly the first time tonight that Ian Temkin has really been tested on a tough chance like that. He stands strong though, makes the save, keeps it a 4-0 game. And if you're Elon, who haven't had many positives so far this game, you got to take that 4-on-4 period as a small positive.
Absolutely.
Able to move the puck very well. They got shots towards Temkin, forced him to make a tough save right there. That's got to be, you got to take the small positives when there's not many of them coming your way.
Well, here's Kennedy. He'll throw a puck off of the glass.
Oh, here you go.
Onside, Escala has Arsenault, deflection, and the Hattie for Arsenault!
Are you kidding me? What a play by the Panthers. What a play by Arsenault to be there on that loose puck. They turned that into a scoring chance. Didn't look like it was going to be one right away, but this Panther offense, when you're hot, and the goals keep on rolling.
And we talked about this line in the pregame, Danny. 7 points combined in the last game against Maryland. Hunter Arsenault already 3 goals today.
And the Panthers have 3 goals just over 5 minutes into this period. And what did I say? They got the 5-goal mark like they did last time.
Absolutely. That's only the second hat trick of the season for High Point. Nick Sasso has the other. That came against Old Dominion at the tail end of September. Escala down low. Arsenault gets it back. Tried the backhand centering pass. And Elon will take it away. 5-0 High Point here in the second. 14 minutes left in the second period. Drop pass for the Phoenix. That one's centered up, and it won't get on goal. Ripley in the corner. Trying to work around a couple of Phoenix. Little drop pass. Pageant throws it into the corner boards. That puck centered up, doesn't get into the blue paint. Kennedy in the far corner. Now it's shoveled over the glass, and we'll have a face-off.
If you're High Point now, even though you have the big lead, Elon's going to throw everything they have at you. So High Point's got to be careful not to take any dumb penalties or anything that may cost them, giving Elon that mentality that they might be clawing back into this game.
And that's why you still see this top line out there on the ice. This line is so fast, and that's exactly what happened on that last goal for Arsenault. The speed. Elon just couldn't keep up. That shot saw its way all the way through to the blue paint, and as Temkin loses his glove, we'll have a whistle. He made the save, but then his glove came off trying to corral the rebound.
I don't think anyone on the Elon bench saw Temkin's glove come off, considering how they all jumped up at the same time and threw their arms in the air. Like, that should not have been whistled down.
And clear as day, the glove came off of Temkin's right hand. And Elon can't keep the zone, but they slap it back in. They're offside, they got to touch up. Egan carries for High Point on the backhand ahead for Sanderson.
Nice little shovel pass right there.
Sanderson takes a hit. He hits the ice, but Olsen sends it back down low. Olsen, Sanderson, and Sexton, the 3 forwards out there, along with Egan and Welch.
Something to keep your eye on here. Jack Olsen, normally a defenseman. Andrew Welch has been playing a little more offensively so far this game. So the two of them may be able to, if one's going to jump in, the other can stay back, because they both have that defensive mentality as well.
And this is going to be a penalty up against High Point. It's Sexton to the box for a hit from behind with 12:52 left on the clock here. High Point already up by 5. Something to note, High Point has not yet lost a game this season in which they've led by multiple goals at any point.
Don't be the announcer's jinx.
I've used that stat a couple of times already this season. I think we're good to go. Elon power play getting started here, and it's off to a poor start as Welch will clear the zone.
High Point, the past couple Elon power plays that they've had this game, have been able to generate a few offensive chances, and here's another one right here.
Short-handed, but Calkins will just take it back to his own end, and time drains off the clock on this power play as Welch gets it ahead for Egan. Now Sasso on the backhand.
High Point's just, the penalty kill has been absolutely dominant today.
The puck control is on display here, and now it creates a break. Egan with Sasso. Egan, he'll take a shot, and he scores!
I just mentioned it. The High Point penalty kill has been absolutely outstanding. They've been able to generate chances while up a man, down a man, even strength, everything. And like I've mentioned already a few times today, when you're hot, and this team is hot.
Sean Egan gets his first goal of the season, and that's going to result in a goalie swap for Elon. Michael Hyland pulled, and it'll be Colin Penders who goes into the pipes for Elon. 12:15 left to go in the second period, and it's already 6-0 Panthers after the shorthanded tally from Sean Egan.
That's got to feel good if you're Sean Egan to get that first goal of the year.
And it was a snipe too, absolutely barred down from the defenseman here. And the assist from Welch as well. Far boards, Elon takes it, still on the power play. Now to the near side. It's Capelli. Capelli takes it back. Bird broke up that pass, trying to go down low. He wanted Ronholm. Capelli. There's a one-timer chance, and it gets sent wide. And now Morgan Bird will clear the zone. That shorthanded tally for Sean Egan, the 4th shorthanded goal of the season for High Point. All 3 of the previous ones were scored in the 6-0 shutout against Stevenson. So they had 3 shorthanded goals in that game, and yet to have one again this season until today. As that centering pass was broken up by the Panthers. There's a shot, and it gets through everybody. Temkin makes the glove save, couldn't keep it though. 10 seconds left on the power play for Elon. Pass back down low. There's a shot through traffic. Rebound still loose after the save by Temkin. Kept in by the Phoenix. Out of the box is Sexton. We're back to 5-on-5. And Bird gets it in his own end. And now Henry. 3-on-2 for the Panthers if they want it. Henry wanted Joyce, who gets it back and sends it down low. Line change for the Panthers, at least a partial one. Joyce won't be able to keep the zone. McDonald back to play it on his own half of the red. McDonald fans on a D-to-D, but he'll get it back. McDonald blows a tire, hits the ice. Pageant in there on the back check. Pritchard circles the net. Kreplin fighting for a position down low. Pageant takes down Pritchard. He'll throw another head at Pageant after the play. Nice little do-si-do by the Phoenix. They'll get it in. Pageant throws a hit. Those two are going at it. Joyce took it away. Pritchard lost it. Here's Henry far side. Has Arsenault. Does he see him? No, he just slaps it off the boards. And Elon will come back the other way. New forward combo out there. There's a backhand and they'll score. Graham Kreplin on the backhand beats Temkin with 9:44 left in the second, and Elon is on the board.
Finally just throwing shots at the net. They haven't really done that much all game. They had a couple minute stretch there where they dominated the offensive zone. They were getting chances. They were throwing shots at Temkin. One was eventually going to get its way through. When you have that many shots on net, one typically finds its way through, and it does for the Phoenix. And it's now a 6-1 game.
Escala throws it back to Pageant. Here's Ripley now far side. D-to-D again. Pageant looking to break out. Arsenault gets it, sends it into the zone, fends off a hit after he lost it.
Little extra there.
Absolutely.
Right in front of the High Point bench, and they let the referees know about it.
Kept in by Ripley, though. He'll send it low. Couldn't get it on goal, though. Colin Penders will have to wait for his first save. Arsenault throwing the body around a little bit here, perhaps motivated. Ripley goes back into the neutral zone. That puck is in the feet of the linesman, and Elon will take it away.
Ref set the pick there for Elon.
Ripley kicks it down low to himself. He'll take it and chip it off the boards once Arsenault. Here's Garrett Escala off the near boards. Elon's puck possession has been a little bit better this period, Danny, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I don't even think that's remotely close either. You saw in that first period, it was very sloppy. They were throwing pucks all over the place. High Point able to pick up those loose pucks and make do of it, but not so much this period as High Point's generated all their scoring chances in other ways.
Elon ices it. And so the faceoff will come to the glove side of the new Elon netminder. Macheska can't win the draw. But he gets the puck back, drops it for Welch. Welch to Egan. Both of them have goals so far in this contest. A nice play by the Phoenix forward Graham Kreplin. Gets the puck out of the zone for High Point, but they can't possess. Kreplin, the goal scorer for Elon so far here, just moments ago. Egan, one of the captains for this Panthers team, gets the puck back into the zone only for a moment, though. Welch has it on the backhand. Takes it back himself. Nice angle there from Welch to make sure to fend off the Phoenix forecheck. But
There
now
you
a
go.
turnover. Here's Sherman. His shot blocked by a stick. And it'll go behind the net. Sherman hits the deck hard. Macheska on the far side. Nice play. Gets it to Joyce. Back to Macheska. Nice little touch pass. Macheska tried to drag around a Phoenix yet again. Couldn't do so. Joyce can't make a play there. And now Welch back in his own end. Gets it to Sherman. That's a missed slash there against Ryan Macheska. Plain as day. But High Point will take it. Kept it at the blue line. Yes. Elon, no. One official signaled offside. The other said they kept it. And now we're going to have a whistle here.
Sean Egan coming off the ice here, looking like a little bit of discomfort near his hip. Not sure if he took a stick or a hit there, but coming off the ice, you saw his face grimacing a little bit.
Face-off won by the Panthers and Tyler Calkins. McDonald tries to clear it out, can't. Kept in. That shot blocked. Never got to Temkin with 7:10 left in the second. Calkins rims it all the way around. Henry on the backhand. Can he retain possession? Yes, he takes it away. Ryan Henry to Calkins. Now Bird. Bird takes his shot and a save made. Bird had the rebound opportunity off the save from Penders, his first of the afternoon, now evening. Puck still in the High Point attacking zone. Here's Henry. Henry's shot off the post, near side. Henry wanted Bird. Here's McDonald. Had a chance for a wrister, couldn't find it. McDonald shot, he scores!
Puck's on net. That's the story. That was not supposed to be a shot on net, I'm not sure. McDonald was looking just to throw that puck near the net. It got on net, and look what happened. And another low shot for the Panthers as well.
Seventh heaven for the Panthers here as Sean McDonald gets on the board. It's now 7-1 High Point. I think you're right, Danny. I think that McDonald was looking for a tip-in from Sasso there, who's had a quiet game, to be honest with you. But hey, the Panthers haven't really needed his offensive production, and they're up 7-1 regardless.
We mentioned top of the game, Sasso, CHF's ACCHL Player of the Month. Hasn't been needed so far today. It's been everybody else, and that's what happens when your team is hot. Everyone is contributing.
Well, here he comes. He'll fire a shot on goal, and it's right into the E on the chest of Colin Penders. Scala in to take the draw. That top line still out there for the Panthers. They're not letting up just yet. Elon wins the draw against Scala.
So with it now being 7-1 in favor of High Point, in their last 8 periods, High Point has scored 20 goals.
That just shows the way that the offense has been playing lately for High Point. Arsenault gets it into the zone. He's already got a hat trick here. He takes a hit up high. Logan Kennedy off the back of the net. This one is sent out, and Pageant can't keep the blue. Pageant got it back from Ripley. Now Arsenault into the zone, but it's knocked right back out. This one's sent into the zone by the Phoenix, but the Panthers were offside. Stretch pass all the way up, finds Mikowski. Mikowski spinning backhand pass. Kennedy throws a check there. Mikowski gets it back for Elon. Escala gets it up the ice, but it's chipped right back in by the Phoenix. Ripley sends it to Escala, who gets a tip on it and sends it out of the zone. Mikowski in his own end. Fending off Kennedy. Slides it back to Pritchard. Pritchard cuts in. Pritchard couldn't get the angle. He lost the control of the puck. Gets sandwiched between Pageant and Hussey. There's a shot, save Temkin, rebound still free, and a block by Hussey sends it caroming wide of the far post.
Good offensive pressure here from the Phoenix.
Absolutely, and a great block from Hussey as well, as there was a lot of space open in Temkin's cage. Pageant lost control. Here's Mikowski again. He's been all over the ice here on this shift. That's a shot and a rebound. Temkin with the glove save.
What a save by Ian Temkin, just stretching out the glove, and it hit it.
4:05 left to go here in the second. High Point up by 6. And a turnover there by the Elon defense. Sanderson couldn't come away with it. Out there with Ryan Henry and Jack Olson, the forwards. Welch and Egan also on the ice. Ryan Henry was behind everyone as the Elon defense was completing a line change. Welch takes a bouncing puck onto his tape, sends it ahead for Sasso, fresh onto the ice. Sasso at the top of the circle. Sasso shot, he scores!
What a period. And there's that ACCHL Player of the Month, Nick Sasso, team leading 13th goal now this season.
Sasso with the celly for the captain, Tyler Calkins, and it is a great day to be a Panther fan here. 8-1 High Point. We're not even done with the second. Sasso faked the pass on the rush and then putting it home to get his first goal of the game here. Egan. Pass off the boards, Henry takes it away, but a strong play by the Phoenix's Connolly. Charges in and seals off Egan as well. For Sasso, that was his 13th goal of the season as Welch hits the ice, no call. The Phoenix hits the deck as well. That puck found its way into the blue paint, but Temkin never had to make a save. Henry drops it off for Welch, who
Good
cuts
move.
around. Welch, 3-on-1, but he lost it. And the arm is up. This is icing. The Phoenix tried to sneak onto the ice. That was Permity. He's going to be sent back to the bench. And so a fresh set of Panthers onto the ice. It's going to be Bird, McDonald, Sherman, Macheska, and Joyce. Sherman fresh off the draw, couldn't get a shot off. Here's Joyce, his shot blocked, and it goes all the way up into the air to the far side boards. Slapped around the D boards by the captain for the Phoenix. That was Callahan. He's had a quiet afternoon, as have most of the Phoenix, and this is icing again against Elon. Same unit will stay out there for High Point. It's Macheska with Joyce, Sherman, McDonald, and Bird. Bird, another one of those guys that has been stellar for the Panthers so far this season. He came into this game tied for third on the team in points behind only Sasso and Henry. Bird with 5 goals and 4 assists before today. And again, just like Sasso before that last goal, he hadn't really done much, but the Panthers haven't needed him to. Here's Bird. He lost it, and now a 3-on-1 potentially for Elon, but that pass too far out in front. There's a loose puck and a shot on goal. Temkin had to make a save, and he makes another one there with the pad. Callahan, his shot blocked in front, rebound, nice diving poke check from McDonald. This is a penalty coming up. Who will it be against is the question. Temkin goes to the bench. It's going to be against Elon. Can High Point keep possession? Yes, here's Sherman. He sends it ahead for Joyce. Joyce sends it back. There's a shot, and Elon on that shot will take possession. It's going to be interference against the Phoenix, and there's a little bit of a scrum after the play. Sherman throws a hit there. It's Kreplin who has been an instigator all afternoon. Sherman's still jawing at Kreplin, and they'll have a little friendly exchange there.
What a period from the Panthers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 6 goals in 18 minutes and change here. They're going to end the period on the power play unless they can get another tally before we go to the break. A minute 23 left on the clock here. 8-1. High Point leads. 2 minutes of power play time here. After the minor, Welch faked the D-to-D pass, gets it to Egan. Egan shot, he scores! Sean Egan, a snipe near side, and it's his second of the game.
Second of the period.
9-1, Panthers lead. High Point power play has been fantastic.
Egan, 2 goals this period, one on the power play, 1 shorthanded.
Absolutely, special teams back in their mid-season form. And Coach Starcher's going to collect that puck too. Sexton set to take the draw. He's out there with Sanderson and Hussey.
High Point making a real threat to possibly tie or even break their high in goals in a game this year. That was 12 against Old Dominion.
Here's a chance for the Phoenix. That shot, kick save. Temkin, another kick save. Oh, have mercy, what a save. There's a slapper and another save for the netminder for the Panthers. Nice diving keep by the Phoenix, though. Hussey throws a hit near boards. Welch takes it away in his own end. Catches Hussey. Couldn't catch it cleanly, though. Fights off a hit, tried to drop for Egan, couldn't get it to him, and now Welch in his own end. This is going to be a penalty for roughing against the Panthers, and I believe it's going to be Egan or Hussey. It's going to be Hussey that goes to the box.
Hussey with a little extra push to the head. And that's going to get you one. And up 9-1, that's not a penalty you're going to look to be taken.
Absolutely not, but hey, 39 seconds left in the period, and for Elon, you want to try to get back on the board here. Power play opportunity.
You got to beat Ian Temkin first, though, and it doesn't look like Elon
That
is
is
going to be able
not
to
an easy
do
task,
that.
no.
Especially not after that save sequence we just saw.
But this period, they have brought the shots on goal tally a little bit closer to even. It's now 27-20 in favor of the Panthers. If you recall, after the first period, shots on goal were 16-3 in favor of High Point.
High Point already with 1 shorthanded goal today, like we mentioned earlier. The offense doesn't stop when the Panthers go down a man. Something to keep an eye on here. And headed into the third as well.
There's a takeaway. Elon shot, they score.
Just as I say that, look what happens.
And the Panthers are going to be assessed a bench minor to boot. 6 seconds left in the period. Hussey's out of the box after the power play goal for Elon, which makes it 9-2. And now Ryan Henry to the box. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct to the High Points Panthers' Ryan Henry. So now 9-2, a 7-goal lead. And I doubt that we'll see anything here. The linesman dropped the puck before Elon could get their 5th skater onto the ice, so we'll redo that face-off quickly. But goals this period did not come at a premium, Danny. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Escala wins the draw after a couple of stick checks. Clock ticking down.
What a period from the Panthers.
Absolutely. That'll do it for the second. It was a very eventful second set of 40 minutes. Elon will head to the locker room, so will High Point. 7-goal lead for the guys in black and purple. It's 9-2 Panthers as we head to the third after this. And we're back here for the start of the third in the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. I'm Graham Tuck with Danny Shay, bringing you High Point University Club Hockey, and it has been a stellar first 40 minutes for High Point. Although they enter the third shorthanded, they're up 9-2 on the Elon Phoenix. And they'll start the third period off with a penalty kill, fresh off the draw. Here come the Phoenix, and a shot wide.
Look for this to be an extremely physical period between these two teams.
Here's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Here's Calkins off the feet from Sasso. His shot was blocked. Sasso tried to get that back from Calkins on the near side. But the Phoenix will break it up. 1:49 left on the power play. All the way in. Here come the Phoenix. Drop pass broken up. Calkins got it across the blue. Pritchard at the center ice face-off circle. He'll circle in, and a missile fired wide off the stick of Brett Pritchard. Pinching in are the Phoenix. Here's Sasso. He's got a one-on-one. So dangerous. Sasso across the blue. Sasso drags, lost it in his skates. Strong back check from the Phoenix. Bird fends off a stick check. Pass gets by Sasso. That shot blocked by Macheska. Bird took it away, but a block from McDonald. Centering rat pass. Look that time from Mikowski. But now here comes Sasso. Has Macheska. Macheska, it's a breakaway. Ryan Macheska, he shoots and it's wide.
More shorthanded opportunities here for the Panthers. Macheska not able to convert that time.
Is looking for his third of the season. Couldn't get it on goal shorthanded. Now here comes Elon. That saucer pass back to the blue line is going to clear the zone.
A lot of shots from Elon towards the net this power play, but not too many getting to Ian Temkin, who's had a great game up to this point so far.
Absolutely. This is the kind of game he needed, too. We were talking about it at the break. Temkin has played way better than his record has shown. And if you recall last season, Temkin was the goalie where, the team got a bunch of wins, although Michael Ohlweiler, he had the games where he was putting up, 45, 50 saves. Temkin didn't have those type of games where he was making save after save after save, but the team won when he was in net. This season, the roles are reversed. Temkin is making save after save after save, and he's just won 3-0-1 this season, with Josh Stevens having 2 wins, as there's a shot by Elon and they'll score. The official blows a tire on the red line, but that shot beats Temkin to the blocker side, and it's 9-3.
Listen, if you're Elon, you just got to keep taking the small positives here. Got to take this period. Listen, it would be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen if Elon would somehow be able to pull this one off. But,
imagine.
But if you're Elon this period, you got to keep working on those fundamentals. Kind of use this as more so of a practice period. Work on the things you didn't do well the first 2 periods. Take that into practice come in the next few days. But small positives for Elon. Another one for the Phoenix.
Good stick check from Pageant, but he couldn't come away with it cleanly. Pass behind Temkin's cage. It's collected by the Phoenix. And they look to center that one up, but instead it finds its way to Escala, then Arsenault, and couldn't catch Kennedy. Fired in on goal, and Temkin will blocker it to the near boards. Ripley cuts back. Nice move from the freshman defenseman. Big hit there, crushing from Pageant. Temkin will stick that one behind his cage. Pageant with a nice play on the backhand to chip it along for Kennedy.
Pageant said, sit down.
Absolutely, and now here comes Arsenault off the feed from Kennedy. Arsenault already has the Hattie, and he lost it there. Kennedy throws it below. Here's Arsenault. Backhand for Escala. His shot save made. Logan Kennedy couldn't put the rebound home.
Tough shot for Kennedy there. It was kind of still in the air when it got to him, so would have been a tough one to put on net. He made a good attempt at it, but more offensive pressure from the Panthers.
Good stick there from Calkins. And the Phoenix were offside. Pritchard touched it, and so we'll have a neutral zone draw. 16:27 left to go here, third period. High Point up by 6.
This has been the best puck control Elon has had all game so far. First 2 periods a little sloppy with the puck, especially that first period there. A lot of sloppy play with the puck. Elon having more control over the puck this period, and it showed so far on the score sheet.
It may be too little too late, but hey, never say die. Elon down by 6, was 7 at the start of the frame. Got to work their way back. Arm is up. This will be icing against the Phoenix, so we'll come all the way back to the left side of your screen for an offensive zone draw for the Panthers. Calkins, the captain and center, says he wants it on the near side. Henry will flank him to the left, Sasso to the right, Welch and Egan, the defenseman, behind him. Calkins wins the draw on his strong side. Henry sends it down low, wanted Sasso, but he wasn't there. Egan pinches in, but coming away with it is Elon. Pritchard across the red line, gets pinned up against the penalty box boards by Calkins. Now here's Egan. Cross to Welch. Egan gets it back off the boards for Sasso, and now he catches Calkins on a streak. Calkins cuts in, and he wanted Henry, but it was too far out in front of him. Welch gets a tip from Sasso there, so no ice.
It's a great pass by Calkins over to Henry. Henry, stick not down on the ice, though. That's why you got to have your stick down at all times.
Sasso tried the backhand centering pass, but gets it to Welch now. Welch fires, and that one's blockered up over the crossbar. Loose puck fluttered in towards the blue paint, but Elon will come away with it.
If there was a Panther in that near that blue paint, that would have made it 10-3 because there was a wide open net as Temkin gets ran over.
Brett Pritchard charged the crease. This is going to be a penalty coming up against Sean Egan. So another power play incoming for High Point. That arm was up long before Temkin was ran into. So I believe that that penalty occurred on the rush.
Not sure what they called there. I didn't really see much.
Yeah, I didn't see much of a signal from the official. And Elon took too long to get their lines out. So they'll start the power play with maybe a different group than they wanted. The penalty killers for High Point look to be McDonald, Bird, Arsenault, and Escala. Arsenault tried the bounce pass to himself. It was broken up with on the far boards. Arsenault flying out there. He breaks up that play.
We mentioned at the top of the broadcast how critical Arsenault's speed is to his production, why his line has played so well over these past 2 games.
Him, Escala, and Kennedy all have some wheels. Here's Escala. He took a stick up high, no call. Now here come the Phoenix on the man advantage. 30 seconds gone in the power play for Elon. Sasso onto the ice on the kill. That puck won't find its way to the blue paint. McDonald tries to slap it out of the zone, but can't. That one's sent on goal, pad save Temkin, and McDonald a nice play to get in there, break up the rebound chance.
Good save by Temkin off the deflection there. That changed direction at the last second.
There's another shot. Oh, a good tip there again, and Temkin stood up to the task.
Another good deflection by the Phoenix. They're getting low shots to the net that they're able to get sticks on.
And another save from Temkin, and he'll be able to cover this time. Shots on goal after being 16-3 after 20 minutes. Elon has come back in a big way, and it's 29-24 now, the advantage for High Point.
Temkin has let 3 of those go by, but still playing absolutely outstanding today. Really like his in-net presence. A lot of scrums in front. He's stood tall to the test and has played extremely well up to this point.
One of the trends in the games that High Point has won so far this season is that they haven't allowed a lot of shots on goal. In 3 of the games that High Point has allowed 30 or more shots, there's a big collision on the far side.
Oh, here's
now
a chance.
Sasso a break. We'll get back to that stack in a second. Here comes Sasso, and he'll fire it high.
Had it upstairs, just missed it wide of the net. Good play by Nick Sasso to create some more offense.
Potentially another shorthanded opportunity, but Sasso couldn't get it on goal. As I was saying, in those games where High Point, the opponent has 30 or more shots, they are 1-3-0-1. So that means that 3 of their wins have come when the opponent has less than 30 shots on goal. And so this is going to be one of those rare occasions this season where High Point has allowed a lot of shots on net, as that puck went on top of the cage and nearly bounced its way off of Temkin's back into the net. That was an odd play as the power play expired, but Ian will hold on for a face-off. 12:53 left on the clock here. And it's 9-3 High Point on the scoreboard.
Now, if you're High Point, when it comes to the conference play, per se, they don't have any conference games yet. They haven't played anyone in their division just yet. When you have games like this where everything is just clicking for you as a shot there goes wide, it just builds momentum headed into those games where they're going to be able to pick up ground in the standings.
High Point, speaking of standings, they are the only team in M3 ACCHL as that shot from Joyce. I think it hit a post, and there's a crushing hit from Sherman. High Point is the only team in the ACCHL M3 who has yet to play a game that counts for tournament seeding.
Yes. They have 2 against App State coming up here soon on the 18th and 20th of November. Then they have 2 against Christopher Newport, then College of Charleston. And then they close the season with 2 against Liberty and 2 against Coastal Carolina.
So a big slate coming up for High Point in the coming months in terms of conference games. The majority of those after the new year turns over. They'll only play 2 of their conference games this season in 2022. The remaining will be in 2023.
Both of those games coming next weekend.
Absolutely, against App State on Friday and Sunday. We'll bring you the broadcast for both of those. One game that will not have a broadcast available will be tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 9:15 puck drop, the Panthers will take on the East Carolina University Pirates in Greenville, North Carolina. Greenville, the rink doesn't have the capacity, so we won't be able to do a stream from there, but you can follow along on High Point University Club Sports Twitter for live updates, as we'll be out there in Greenville to keep track of the game. And don't worry, you won't miss a moment if you follow along on Twitter. But this game, you talk about momentum, Danny. This is a huge game for High Point going into Greenville tomorrow night, as ECU is no easy task. They are a very strong team. Last year, High Point played East Carolina twice. One was an overtime loss by the score of 2-3, and then the following day they came out and laid an egg. It was a 9-1 victory for East Carolina. But this is a very different team for East Carolina this season. They lost a lot of talent due to graduation. 2 of those players being assistant coaches for High Point now, Cam Gross and Tyler Cromenhoek. So it's a bit of a homecoming tomorrow for those 2.
Well, when you put up 19 goals in just about 5.5 periods.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's got to be one of the biggest momentum builders of all time in the sport of hockey.
Even if that's 10 of those came 2 weeks ago, it still is a fantastic morale boost for this team.
Absolutely, which you mentioned how different of a team ECU is this year. High Point in their own respective ways is a different team as well.
That they
a little bit better on the defensive end this year as they instead of years past.
Yeah, no kidding. The freshman talent this year on the blue line is just fantastic.
Especially when you get a guy like Andrew Welch coming in 9 games into the season as well.
Him, Morgan Bird, Walker Ripley, all of those guys holding strong on the blue line, holding it down for this team. Dorian Fedoriv not in the lineup tonight, but he's another one of those freshmen that has just been outstanding on the blue line. Had his first goal of the season 2 weekends ago in that game that we talked about on the 30th of October against Maryland. And it was a snipe from the blue line, too.
A lot to be happy about if you're this High Point hockey team right now.
They're not satisfied yet. This team has yet to experience real playoff success, and they have that on their minds this year. Sasso had his second goal of the day on his mind as that shot was saved. And Ripley will take it back in the neutral zone. High Point yet to break through here onto the scoreboard in the third period. Only 1 goal in the third so far, and it belonged to Elon. As
Here you go.
Lays it for Henry. Centering pass. Now they'll send it back to Sasso after the original pass was broken up. Calkins deflects that pass. It'll go all the way down, but no icing after the Panthers touched it. Welch tied up in the corner. Elon had it but didn't know it. Calkins puts that puck in a position where Temkin can stick it behind the goal line. Welch sauces it ahead to Kennedy. And Elon skater lost a blade. So this is an opportunity for High Point. They didn't have as much numbers as they would have wanted. Took a line change. That puck finds its way to McDonald. Now Temkin will have to come out of his crease and play it. Sends it to the far boards. It rolled up on a Phoenix player. And now Egan will send it back. McDonald has to dodge around an official. 8.5 left to go in the third. High Point up by 6. It's 9-3. They led by 7 coming into the third period. It was just 2-0 after the first set of 20 minutes, and then a
absolute onslaught of goals.
Absolutely. In the second period, it broke this game open. Aiden Connolly will finally get his blade back after losing it behind Temkin's crease.
4 goals in the second period coming on special teams as well.
Absolutely.
And that's a combination of power play and shorthanded goals.
Yep, 2 of them from Sean Egan, too. High Point filling up the stat sheet here. Escala takes it in the zone. Nice little deke to get around one Phoenix, but the second one pokes it to the far boards. Hunter Arsenault sends it low for Kennedy, who fends off a check. Arsenault in there along the boards as well. He's shoved down to the ice. Escala, can he keep it in the zone? No. Arsenault takes the puck, far side.
Arsenault might have gotten away with a little bit of a slash there.
And just a little bit. Egan chipped it ahead for Escala, who got it in the zone for a moment, but not permanently, as now McDonald on the backhand lays it for Arsenault, and his saucer is a good one across to Kennedy. Kennedy takes a hit from behind. Now Egan will take it in his own end. He'll be pressed up against the Elon bench.
You knew Elon was going to come out wanting to bang bodies, as there's a penalty call here coming up against the Phoenix.
It's going to be a roughing minor. And it's going to be against the Phoenix. We'll see who exactly it is. And now one of the Phoenix players wants more of Sean Egan. It's Tanner Capelli who's going to go to the box. First time we've called his name tonight, and it's not exactly for a good reason. So another power play for High Point here, their first of the period. They're putting their big guns out on the ice, still up by 6. Escala, Sasso. Sasso takes his shot off the faceoff win from Escala. We've seen that play a lot this season. They like to do that on the power play especially. They'll line up with one skater right behind the center. And when they win the draw, they just fire the shot quickly. And it's worked a number of times for High Point so far this year. Escala, center for Arsenault. His shot right into the logo.
Arsenault wants 4.
That he does. Colin Penders making the save, though. He's been good since he's come in, especially in the third period. He let in 3 in the second after coming in relief of Michael Highland. And when he was pulled, the score was 6-0. Henry across to Bird, back to Henry, high slot, now Bird again. Cross ice for Escala. That pass had a lot on it.
Nice puck movement here by the Panthers early on the power play.
Deflection from Arsenault. That's how he scored 2 of his goals so far tonight, and he wanted a 4th one, but he couldn't go 5-hole. And Arsenault's waving off the second unit. He wants one more chance. Only 36 seconds gone on the power play so far. Welch and Egan will head back to the bench. Escala set to take another draw.
Coach is going to give it to him, too.
Arsenault has it. Arsenault cuts in and he scores! Oh my goodness, Arsenault called his shot, and it's 10-3.
20 goals in 5.5 periods of play for the High Point Panthers. Unreal stretch this team is on right now. And Hunter Arsenault, are you kidding me?
The confidence to wave off the second unit, go out and immediately score your 4th goal of the day. That takes some cojones for the alternate captain, and he'll head to the bench now after that one.
His second power play goal of the day as well, Graham.
He joins Nick Sasso as the only Panthers this season to have a 4-goal game. Interesting, they're both the only 2 Panthers. Each of them have 1 hat trick this season. Arsenault obviously with the hat trick today. Sasso had one against Old Dominion. And both of them in those hat tricks got the 4th goal as well. Shows the hunger from this Panthers team. Egan takes a hit into the corner boards. Elon not particularly pleased with Sean Egan.
Here's
here
a chance.
today.
What a play.
Diving pass from Macheska onto Joyce. What a drag. Joyce, and he can't get a shot off. Oh, that would have been a beauty. Macheska centered it up, wanted Sherman, but he wasn't where he thought he was. Gets it back to Welch. Welch, a slap shot. And that was a rocket that just went wide of the near post.
There's more of that offensive mindset that Welch brings to this Panther blue line. It's been on full display today.
Welch on the back check. Temkin,
Nice
a blocker
save.
save to get it up over the crossbar.
Fantastic way to follow the puck there from Ian Temkin. Rolled on him a little bit, was able to stay with it, knock it over the top of the net.
Here's a chance for the Phoenix. There's a shot. Temkin glove save.
That glove has gotten some action today.
And a good stick there from Temkin to poke that one out of the danger zone. At least for the moment, that one will sail over the crossbar and Welch back to play it in the opposite corner. He'll send it to center ice where it's picked up by the Phoenix. This pass ahead. High Point's in the middle of a line change, but that pass doesn't catch them as Pageant got back into the play. 5 minutes left to go here in the third as that puck rolls into Temkin's crease and he'll cover it up. 10-3, High Point leads.
High Point to continuing to display that offensive mindset, but Ian Temkin standing strong in between the pipes as well.
He saved 23 of 26 here in this game today. Elon back to chase it. Hussey couldn't keep it in the zone. Here come the Phoenix. They've got numbers. Olsen, a good back check to get back into the play and prevent the rush chance. Ripley pins a man up against the board. Hussey broken that pass up. Ripley couldn't fish that puck away from the Phoenix, and now Hussey throws a hit. That was Nick Grande who gets it back. In the opposite corner, Grande will throw it along for his line mate. That's Permodi. Grande gets it back, sends it up high. Back to Grande, near side, and sent back down low by Von Mar. Hussey's going to be hauled down to the ice, no call. And now we'll get it, the backside official called him. That was, I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Grande grabbed Hussey by the head with both hands and threw him down to the ice. So Bird's going to go to the penalty box. Grande's going to go. Henry's being sent off. So is Grande. Ryan Henry and Nick Grande both sent to the dressing room with 4 minutes left in the third.
Not quite sure why Henry was sent off.
It got to be something that was said that we couldn't hear up here.
Yeah.
Got to be. Because he didn't throw a punch. He didn't get into a scrum after the play any more than anyone else did.
I feel like nobody on High Point really got too aggravated after the...
The only one I saw with Jack was Jack Olsen with a little bit of a hit after the play. They're going to get Morgan Bird for a cross check.
We saw Jack Olsen earlier in the year come in after a play and lay a hit that led him to be thrown out for a game as well. So he comes in and does it this time, yet he's not the one thrown out. It's Ryan Henry.
Well, Henry already had one unsportsmanlike conduct penalty at the end of the second, if you recall.
Yes.
So if he took another one there, it makes sense that they send him off. I get that part. What I don't understand is why Morgan Bird is in the box as well, unless he's serving an additional penalty to High Point taken by Henry, in which case, why do you put Bird in the box instead of somebody else? A lot of penalties to sort out here. None have gone up on the scoreboard in-house yet. Both captains, Tyler Calkins and Egan Callahan, have gone back to their respective benches. So we're going to see what happens here.
A 5-minute.
The only penalty on the board is 5 minutes to Morgan Bird, and now the officials are being called back to the scores table because this does not make sense. There's no way that High Point should be on the penalty kill for 5 minutes here, if anything.
Well, it hasn't switched yet.
Grande had the initial penalty when he hauled Hussey down to the ice.
5 minutes
head.
on both.
There we go. That makes more sense. So now Grande gets his 5 up on the board.
5 minutes taken off for High Point. So it's only 5 for Elon.
This is a crapshoot here. Okay, 2 minutes up onto the board now for Morgan Bird. Looks like we're going to play 4-on-4. And it looks like they finally got it right. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes until Morgan Bird comes out of the box. And then High Point will have a power play that will run through the rest of regulation unless they take another penalty between now and then.
That's like trying to figure out who's bringing what on Thanksgiving. That's what that just was.
Here's Welch into the zone. His drop pass for Sasso. Not on the same page. Couldn't go tape to tape, and now this pass gets ahead for Permody. He couldn't get it into the zone, and he'll inexplicably fire it back to his own end of the ice. And now Sasso takes it away on the backhand. Sasso, backhand! Oh my goodness, that would have been a beauty.
If you remember last time there was 4-on-4 in this game, it was heavily dominated by Elon.
Sasso
So far, High
to
Point.
Calkins and a save.
So far, High Point dominating the 4-on-4 period here early.
Calkins hits the ice. Elon defenseman lost his glove. Now Sasso fans on a one-time chance. Back to Calkins. Saucer pass back to the blue line. Pageant, good job to keep it in. Here's McDonald. His shot. Oh my goodness. Penders never saw it. And that one's sent on goal. Sasso got to stick to it. Wanted the chance to send it back on goal. Here's Sasso. Drop for McDonald. And a shot. They score! Aiden Pageant. 11-3 High Point.
Are you kidding me? What a showing by the High Point offense today. We thought 10 was a rout last time. They put up 11 today and say, take that.
And for Pageant, that's his first goal of the season. And it extends the Panthers' lead to 8. And the bench is going to call for that puck. Good awareness there. And I believe that is Pageant's first goal since transitioning from a forward to a defenseman about midway through last season. I'll have to check the books on that. The High Point lead is the largest it's been today. Here comes Joyce.
11 goals, 7 different goal scorers for the Panthers today.
Oh, and by the way, Hunter Arsenault has 4 of them.
That's right.
So no other Panther with a multi-goal game, if you can believe that. Elon at center ice. They'll cut across the blue. There's a shot save made Temkin. And a rebound chance. Temkin made the save again with the blocker. He didn't know it.
High Point's going to end this game with a man up in about 5 seconds.
That is true. Bird set to come out of the box in 5 seconds.
Will High Point make it 12?
That would match their season high. And now the power play starts for the Panthers. It's 5-on-4 action. Here's Macheska. He'll get it across to Pageant, the most recent goal scorer. Elon on the PK in their own end. They'll move it around a couple of forechecking Panthers and get across the red. And a lot of times in a game like this that gets out of hand, a lot of people watching at home, you may think, well, why is High Point not letting up? You know, why not call off the dogs? It's because the CHF does not care about the CHF does not care about calling off the dogs. your ranking will improve if you run up the score. And High Point wants to get that ranking higher and higher and higher and be regarded as the type of prestige team that everybody here watching and those of us in the booth know that they are. High Point they're already having one of the better seasons in program history so far this season. And they need to be able to get those massive wins in order to, keep ascending up the rankings.
We'll put it this way. We've seen a couple games this season for the Panthers that aren't really like typical hockey scores. They opened the season with a 6-0 win against Stevenson. Then they beat Old Dominion 9-1. They beat them again 12-2. We see the 10-2 win against Maryland on the 30th. An 11-3 game right now. This Panther team can put the puck in the back of the net, and they've proven that time and time again this season.
Absolutely. We're under a minute to go here. High Point's still a man up, but Welch will send it to Hussey in their own zone. And that pass ahead to Sherman. Olsen and Kennedy, the other forwards on the ice with Sherman. That puck into the D zone for Welch. 38 seconds left. Will High Point try for 12? Here comes Welch. Welch chops up that puck, gets it to Olsen, bats it along for Sherman. One-timer! Oh, and it was tipped by Kennedy. But a great save there by Penders.
They want it.
.23 ticks left on the clock.
And this has got to be momentum for the Panthers headed into tomorrow night's contest against East Carolina, where last time, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, they took a crushing loss, 9-1. 21 goals in the past 6 periods.
And Elon's going to put another man in the box, I believe. Game misconduct assessed to Ryan Howard, whose name we haven't called since the first period. He's going to the locker room.
See Cameron Hussey waving goodbye.
I mean, there's 22 seconds left. He was leaving the ice with his head pointed at the ground. And now Hussey's gone too. Hussey's gone too. All right.
There's some bad blood between these two teams. We saw it as both teams skated off to end the second period. And if you're Elon, you just got to be frustrated with how today's gone. And it's showing right here.
Joyce set to take the draw. I haven't seen him do that yet today. And he'll win it back to the Panthers. Sanderson gets it into the corner. Bird fires a shot and it sticks to the glass. And it got caught in the netting behind his cage. .13 seconds left here in the third. High Point cruising to a nice victory, their second blowout win in a row. And they'll look to take this momentum into tomorrow night at East Carolina. As we mentioned, no broadcast available for that game. But we'll be there, and follow HPU Club Sports on Twitter for live updates. We'll keep you updated with all of the scores, game action.
What a win for the Panthers.
And that'll do it. Ian Temkin gets the win in net, his second win of the season. And High Point, a big-time victory against in-state rivals Elon. 11-3 the final, backed by Hunter Arsenault's 4-goal performance. And High Point moves to 5-3-0-1 on the season.
What a showing. I mean, we've talked about pretty much everything there is to talk about this team. They played well defensively. They obviously put the puck in the back of the net. Good puck movement, great on special teams on both sides. The power play and the penalty kill were fantastic today. And High Point was just clearly the better team from the second the puck dropped.
Hunter Arsenault scoring his first of the game just 35 seconds into the match, and from there the Panthers never looked back. They never trailed, and it was a big, big victory for High Point today. Next broadcast will be next Friday night, a week from today, as the Panthers take on conference rivals Appalachian State University in their conference match of the season. And that'll do it for us here in Winston. Final score here, High Point Panthers victorious 11-3 the final here in Winston.